So the BMW Compact Cup, second race of the weekend. See the red lights go on. It's Welsh versus Dew off the front row. Welsh is actually there this time, and away they go. A good field of cars again. It looks like Welsh has got the better of Dew, has he? Because now here comes Voice on the inside. Round the outside goes David Power, and Dew's been absolutely swallowed up. And it's look at Mark Gazzard from 8th position. He goes 4th up the hill. Great start from him. On board with Mark Tsang as he heads up the hill. He started back on the 8th row of the grid as they head into Druid for the first time. He gets passed on the inside by Tony Marlowe, who actually started in front of Tsang on the grid. Welsh is getting away. Voice is there in second. Third is Power. 4th position as they exit Graham Bend is Mark Gazzard. For that great start, he started 8th on the 4th row and he sits in 4th. Power attacking Voice up the hill. I can tell you that Steve Roberts and Martin Gamblin didn't make the start, but that left leaves 22 cars on the circuit. Mark Tsang there trying to come round the outside of Ryan Bensley, who's in Louis Tummore's car, as they are about to complete the first lap of the race. Welsh has got away. We saw how quick he was in the first race, but look at Power really attacking the car in front of him. A Stuart Voice for second, but Power looks to the inside, can't get that one done as they turn through the right-hander at Paget Hill Bend, and behind that's that of a 5th is very tight. On board with Power up the hill then, and he looks to the outside of Voice as they go through the right-hander. He can't get that one done, but then he gets a great run out the corner. He's right underneath the rear bumper of Voice. He goes to the outside, getting very close to the rear bumper and out the corner, and oh, we can't get much closer than that, can we? Drives into the back of Stuart Voice there, but that's all okay. We can continue into the left-hander, and Power runs out wide there, allowing Mark Gazzard to try and have a look. He can't do it though. Gazzard again all over the back. We can ride on board with him now then. Mark Gazzard, that number 46 car, right behind David Power as they run over that river. As they enter Clark Curve, now running the slipstream is Gazzard behind Power. They drift out of it, so it allows Power to know he's there in his mirrors, but just backing away is Gazzard, but then onto the brakes, very late on the brakes, getting closer to Power as they go through the right-hander. The Power Flex car of David Power now to go up on the inside, and there's contact between the two cars, but he should be able to get ahead of Voice on the grass. The two cars make more contacts. Voice runs out very wide. Inside line here for Gazzard. He should go third. He does. And look, Voice is going right down up to 4th. Come Denwood. 5th has gone Dew, I think. 6th has gone Mark Tsang. So down to 7th is Voice. Ryan Bensley runs in 8th. The 2009 Stock Cats champion. Voice tacking Andrew Tsang back though as they head into 30s. And back in front goes Voice. Ahead of Mark Tsang as they head now through McLaren and up into Clearways. Battle's really on for second. This is all allowing Rowan Welsh to drive off into the distance. So he's already crossed the line as this Cure car's come across the line now for second. David Power leads this battle. Then it's Mark Gazzard, then Kevin Denwood, and then it is Alex Dew, the race 1 winner. So Power just about staying in front at the moment. The 4 cars in an absolute train as they head up the hill. Denwood having a good go. We can ride on board with him. Then as he comes round the outside of Gazzard as they go through the right-hander here. The Druid's hairpin can't find a way through at the moment. There's a bit of debris there. I think that was to do with the Power Voice battle contact, but trying to attack into Graham Bend. Still Kevin Denwood cannot find a way past Mark Gazzard. Now they head down the Cooper Straight towards 30s and McLaren. Doubt there'll be a way past here, but maybe Clearways. Would that be a possible opportunity, I wonder? Well, let's take a look. Oh, there he's sideways on the exit, McLaren there. Yeah. But he couldn't, for Gazzard, but Denwood couldn't find a way through. So cross that river again, and a good run here from Denwood. And here we go then down to paddock. He looks to the inside. It's Gazzard. Didn't defend it any harder than he already is. I don't think so. There's a car whip there. Denwood on the inside line, but late on the brakes for Gazzard. We've seen him do this. Seems like Gazzard's car slightly down on power possibly, and Denwood though on the inside then as we head into Druid, and behind Alex Dew having a look up on the inside here. Alex Dew has Stuart Voice up on the inside of him. Andrew Tsang seeing this all unfold, and that's going to allow him to have a go of Dew out the corner. Dew running maybe 2 wheels over the white line now, and that could well not helped his traction, and that's allowed Andrew Tsang to come through as well as Stuart Voice. down into 30s, then we head through the left-hander, rolling over the curb, and then also on the inside. Then we turn through the right-hander at clearways. Power down the hill, ever so slightly down the hill, and then they go through Clark Curb, and they complete another lap of the race. It's still in second for Power, then Denwood. Gazzard under more pressure on the inside. Here comes Voice. He's recovery drive after being shoved off the road, possibly you could say, by David Power, but Voice wasn't giving him too much space, so it could go either way. But Tsang trying to get past Voice, couldn't do it. Ryan Benz, he's another person that's found a way past Alex Dew, so he's lost a lot of positions in him allowing that gap to be open for Stuart Voice to find a way through. So down the Cooper Straight we go. A long way to go still in this race. 13 minutes plus 1 lap, like all the races are, or pretty much all the races are on the 750 Motor Club package. So on the brakes for Clearway. Power start to get away from Denwood, then Gazzard's in 4th. 5th there is Voice, 6th is Tsang, 7th is the Louis Tumble in the hands of Brian Bensley. And here they come then now. Up on the inside here comes Gazzard. Can he find a way? No, sorry, it's Gazzard who has on the inside of him Voice, isn't it? And can Voice find a way through? No, he can't as of yet. Now Andrew Tsang gets a great run off the corner. He comes round the outside. We can ride on board with him then as they go down through the gears. Can he get one car here under braking round the outside? He comes, but no, he can't get past Voice here. He runs 2 wheels over those curbs. Luckily enough, he didn't lose any other position. Voice dives up in the inside of Gazzard. He can't get it done though. This could give Andrew Tsang a great run down the Cooper Straight, out of Graham Hill Bend, down the Cooper Straight. But it almost looked like he was defending there as well. He hasn't got as quite as close as I thought he might have done. Lots of curbs into his 30s there. From the most successful driver in the Compact Cup last year. So they exit Clearways and then on to Clark Curve. This is great racing from the Compact Cup. Exactly what we like to see. Now, Power still in 2nd. That looked like we have Jonathan still to lap. Gazzard and Voice battling it out for 4th position. I think I'm right, we've got Jonathan still about to be lapped up the hill. Through the right-hander at Druids. The Power leads from Denwood. They all come around the outside of the back marker. And Denwood getting very close to David Power as they head into Graham Hill Bend. Denwood can't yet find a way through though, but maybe before the end of the lap he can. Clearways would be a good opportunity, but Power starting to make a small break, just enough to stay in front as they go on the braking for Clearways. Power stays just in front of Denwood, just about a car length or so between the 2 cars then. So 77 David Power and a 55 Kevin Denwood. This is the battle for 2nd position in these evenly matched BMW Compact 318. Onto the brakes they go then for Paddock Hill Bend. And Kevin Denwood, one of these people that decided to go for a rear wing. What difference it makes, I'm not sure. I don't think there's a huge difference, so we won't really worry about that too much. Now, trying to get a run through the corner here is Denwood. Not really quite enough, I don't think, to have a go down into Graham Hill Bend. Not the most obvious of overtaking places. So no overtake there. Down into 30s. Again, not an obvious overtaking opportunity. McLaren, again, but Clearways. Now, this is a possibility, but David Power has that one covered. Paddock Hill Bend and Druids are both definite overtaking opportunities, but David Power just eking away from Kevin Denwood as they come down the straight behind Andrew Tsang, tucked underneath Mark Gazzard, I think that is. Or is it Stuart Voice? It's Voice, isn't it? And Gazzard behind. So Andrew Tsang's got ahead of Gazzard, who gets it all sideways through Paddock Hill Bend. He saves the slide nicely. We can ride on board with him then. If we head up the hill, late on the brakes, getting right underneath Tsang. I think he got a bit sideways mid-corner there. Very late on the brakes he was. But overall, it's lost him time, hasn't it? So battle in front of him between Voice and Tsang for 4th position. Andrew Tsang's had a really good race actually. He started... Where did he start? On the 5th row of the grid, 9th position, and he's fought his way up to 4th. So good drive from Andrew Tsang. Also, of course, Mark Gazzard himself started. It was really that start, a superb start. So if we see him start from the front of the pack, we will have to watch in the first couple of rows. I wouldn't be surprised to see him move up to the front. Next round, of course, Cadwell Park in 4 weeks' time, as Kevin Denwood now going for David Power on the inside line. The two guys run side by side through Paddock Hill Bend. And the outside line, Power just about finding the grip. Denwood now looking up on the inside as they head up into Druids. He can't quite find a way through. They dart to the outside. The two cars don't quite make contact. And now they exit the corner. Power just about staying in front. So they head now down to Graham Hill Bend. Again, what I've said, Graham Hill Bend, not your obvious overtaking opportunity. And Kevin Denwood doesn't try anything too ambitious. So he stays behind Power. All 4 wheels over the white line there. The marshals will take that down in their notebooks. And if he gets 2 more, he'll be getting a driving standards flag, and then if he does it again, he'll be getting a drive-through penalty. But I should think that would have been a one-off, and it should be okay. Right, more lappery. This could be the car, possibly a Simon Roach. I'm not sure quite who's been lapped yet, so I'm not too sure. Anyway, we won't worry too much about that one. Power goes to the outside. This is his best opportunity, and it was the Jonathan Steele car, in fact. The two guys almost make contact. Oh, they do just a little tiny bit of contact, and Power drives their way out the corner. And I'll tell you how I got confused there. The car before was Mark Bennett. He was running slowly. He's gone into retirement now, so there was a problem with his car. We saw him get lapped about 4 or 5 minutes ago. Now, Jonathan Steele, he's the first real person to be lapped. So, we cleared that one up now. Won't worry too much about it. The Power 60-second, look at that. Tsang having a real go at Voice there into clearways. He just about drops off him now. Out of clearways, on the Clark curve then. Not long of the race to go. Onto the brakes for Paddock Hill Bend. Through the right-hander, then drop down the hill, climb back up it again, and he's just hitting behind Stuart Voice. Just in front of him is Kevin Denwood. They've caught them up now then, so it's Power, Denwood, then it's Voice and Tsang, the 4 of them pretty much together now there, in 2nd, 3rd and 4th and 5th. Robin Welsh, do we want to know this? His 20 seconds lead there or thereabouts. We haven't really seen him much, have we? Because this battle has been superb behind really what the BMW Compact Cup coming to 4th with last year. We only had maximum 10 cars out there, but the racing was fantastic. I specifically remember the first time I saw these cars at Snetterton. It was their 3rd race of the championship ever, and it was just fantastic racing out there. I think about 5 of them or so battling for the race lead. And then again at Silverstone, another superb race. And we're seeing another one of these races now. And with these bigger grids, we get these train of cars running together. Lots of changes for positions, exactly what we like to see in motor racing. Much better than anything else out there. It's one of the reasons probably like the drivers like being out there, because the racing is just brilliant. Also, as well, being a bit cheaper than such things as the British touring cars. Actually, a lot cheaper than something like the British touring cars. But the race is so close and so competitive. One make racing, and it is very, very clean. We've seen a few touches. That's to be expected when the cars are this close. Right, last lap board is out. The cars onto their last lap. Who's going to take 2nd? It's Power into Paddock Hill Bend. Remember, he crashed into the barriers near towards the end of the race. He was on for a podium earlier. That didn't happen. So his 2nd will be he'll be very pleased with that. They're running behind him though in 3rd. Kevin Denwood. He could be on for his first podium of the year as well. We're going to have actually a completely different look to the podium, aren't we? I mean, the first race, Robin Welsh was on there. From the pit lane, of course, so he certainly the top driver in this championship. And one of our podium people in the first race, Stuart Voice, in his first race weekend of racing, he's been attacked by Andrew Tsang up the clearway. Robin Welsh has crossed the line for victory. But there's about a fourth, Voice and Tsang right together. But it looks like David Power is going to take second. And third to Kevin Denwood. And his Voice just going to hold on to Tsang. He's right underneath him. Ryan Bentley's come back at them on these last few laps as the cars in front were battling. Then in seventh, Mark Tsang. He really come through the field, didn't he? From the 8th of the grid, another huge performer. Mark Gazzard retired from the race in the last few laps. A problem with his car. 8th, Terry Davies. 9th to Neil Roach. And 10th to Farid Dava. And there is our top 10. You can see it on the screen. So you can see that 24-second victory for Robin Welsh over David Power. But look how close the next 5 cars or so were.